Hello, everyone, and welcome to the debut of LHYNX Division Gaming League, the first VR chat-based competitive gaming league ever. Tonight's matchup is Game 1 of the Rainbow Six Siege series and features Team Red Zone versus Team Void. I'm your Shoutcaster Zammer here with my co-Shoutcaster Kvechi, and we will be calling the match as it happens live here on the official LDGL Twitch channel and livestream. The livestream will also be managed by the league's co-owner and manager, Mahedrian. Tonight's matchup has been a highly anticipated game, and not just because of the league's debut, but because of the teams that will be participating in tonight's matchup. Rosters of the participating teams will be displayed shortly as we get this show on the road. Tonight's rules will be closely following R6 Pro League rules and regulations. Tonight's map selection is as follows. Map 1 is Villa, as selected by Team Void, who will be defending first. Map 2 is Cafe Dostoyevsky, as selected by Team Red Zone. And Map 3, if necessary, is Border, as selected by Team Void. This should be an extremely exciting stream, and we're thrilled to have everyone participating and watching during this momentous occasion. As we'll be announcing throughout the stream, if you are interested in joining our server and league or becoming a partner, you can stay linked in by joining the server. The server link is featured on our social media platforms, or you can type !Discord in the Twitch chat and follow the link. Feel free to show your positivity and love for the stream and the server by commenting in the chat, following us on social media, and sharing the server link. Now, without any further delay, let's get into the action. LDGL Season 0 has now officially started. Kvechi, how you doing?
Wow. Goosebumps, my man. What an intro, end to end. Is this like LCS? Is this some kind of like summer split thing going
You
on?
know, I wrote it
Wow.
all out. I wrote it all out, and I was just reading it as I was saying it, right? So I didn't have any pressure in trying to like memorize anything. I
I
was just reading
know.
it.
I feel like I got a suit jacket on right now and a very strong salary being direct deposited after every one of these matches. You just got to
Right,
manifest
right,
that destiny.
right. I
Uh,
really wish we were being paid for this, but hey, maybe sometime down the road in the future,
yeah,
it could be
exactly.
something.
If we're
Well, this
paid
is
anyway, if we're compensated anyway,
yeah.
it's the memories we make along the way. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, and I feel like we're going to be making a lot of memories tonight. Again, this is the debut of LHYNX Division Gaming League Season 0. Match number 1, game 1 of the Rainbow Six Siege series. We're going to have Team Red Zone against Team Void. Now, obviously, since this is the first match, we really don't know how any of these teams are going to play against each other and how they're going to be able to coordinate with one another and really how they're going to be able to try and find a W in each of these matches. So it's going to be interesting to see how these matches play out. But I think the anticipation right now is the exciting part, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I mean, look at this. Almost 50 viewers in stream. We got a lot of people throwing emojis out in chat. Thank you, everybody.
Absolutely.
We love this turnout, especially for just a season 0 debut. I'm excited to see Red Zone and Void as our lead off.
Mhm.
Both of these communities in the VR circles that I'm a part of, very renowned for hosting a large clusters of gamers in their ranks. So it's going to be a competition, in my opinion.
No, I definitely believe it, and you're going to know more about the VR community than I do. I'm just a shoutcaster, so but I think it's going to be interesting to see how these communities interact with one another and against each other. So, like, I think overall for the VR community, this is really cool to see. This is really unique, and it's like I said, for a first ever type of league that is involving VR chat based individuals, turning something into something competitive, something like that into something that's competitive, is really fun to see, and I think it's going to be fun for a lot of people, and I think it's great for growing the community, and I'm just excited to see how all this is going to play out.
Yeah, myself as well. I mean, it's going to be interesting seeing who the competitive are among them in their respective communities. And
For
really,
sure.
we're at the genesis of something. So we'll have some repeat offenders as we head on into the future. Hopefully, as the clubs continue and communities continue to participate, maybe Red Zone, maybe Void, maybe Misfits will establish themselves as a force to be reckoned with, and we'll get to watch that straight from the start. And that's very cool.
Absolutely. And something that's really cool is if you take a look at the calendar, we're having Rainbow Six Siege tonight, but in other nights coming up, we also have games like Overwatch and CS:GO, and we're planning on adding some other games too, like Rocket League and Valorant. But right now, for the month of July, we're going to have 3 different games that we're going to feature on this platform and in this league, and I think that's also going to be really cool. It's just expanding the horizons of the individuals in the communities that can participate. I think that is also very cool to see.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. And hey, just to address the chat, our lovely viewers, if you're getting slaughtered right now by Nightbot, hey, don't worry about it. You can put as many emojis as you want out there, many emotes as you want to cheer on your team. We'll make sure to unseat you if Nightbot decides to seat you. So don't worry about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nightbot has been going a little crazy. Just for all the viewers at the moment that are kind of wondering a little bit about a short delay that's happening here, we are still in the process of gathering all of the players for tonight's matchup. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty, but we are getting that resolved as it's happening. Actually, I can tell you because I guess everybody can't see this, but we can see it. The players are joining in right now. We are almost full here. We almost have the rosters completely set up, and then we'll be getting started very shortly here with the game. But thank you for your patience and for staying with us. We're going to get this show on the road, and like I said, super exciting stuff coming up. Very excited to have Kvechi here with me as we call the game live, and Mahidrian obviously is doing a very good job. A lot of hard work went into this. Big shout out to him. He has been one of the main people here setting up all of this and seeing everything you see on stream. He's been responsible for a lot of that. So props to him for that. So far, so good. It's turned out very well.
Yeah, by God, man, the production value is intense. Like I
Absolutely.
am blown away by Mahidrian's effort, and I cannot do anything except shout him out for what he's done to get this ball rolling as much as I can because he deserves that. Also,
Yeah,
pro
absolutely.
tip for the chat: 3 emojis, 3, just 3, only 3 per message, so that the bot doesn't cut you down.
Yeah, the bot has been really on a tear, on for people that are posting any more than 3 emojis. But again, we really appreciate the love and we appreciate the positivity here, and we really just appreciate everybody being involved right now. And just again, for this historic occasion, this momentous occasion, this is something that hopefully is going to resonate with a lot of people and a lot of people in the VR communities.
Yes, I'm excited. We got what a great! It's going to be a red zone after Void is done with them. Man, the pun damage, unreal.
The pun
This is
damage.
what we like to see.
I feel like we may have a lot of that throughout tonight's matchup.
Yeah, I'm banking on it. That is excellent. Please, if you want to cheer on your respective team, your friends that are competing in this match, go for it. Throw it in chat. If it's funny, I'll read it out loud. Probably not the wisest thing to do, but hey, man, we're just doing this for fun. So
For sure, absolutely. All fun and positivity in this stream. And again, for people that are not necessarily very familiar with Rainbow Six Siege, we're just going to be following the Pro League rules and regulations like I had stated earlier. So it's a variety of different rounds and maps, including bans and operator bans and map bans. So we'll kind of go through it as the stream is continuing. But again, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the stream. It's going to be super fun here.
Yeah, I am looking forward to it. And also, while we're waiting for the match to begin, just remember we have established Instagram and Twitter accounts for this gaming league, so you can find those links along with the Discord link just below the stream on the Twitch page. They are official league Discord, Instagram, Twitter. You see those buttons to the right of About LHYNX Division. You can join us there. Join the Discord, engage with the community. If you want to participate in the following season, which is season 1 after this one, get a team together, represent your community. You can engage with us there, start talks with Mahidrian, and we'll get you roped in so that we can make this something big, because your participation is what's going to make this thing churn and be what we want it to be.
For sure. We just want to increase the involvement, increase the awareness, and that's really the goal right now, especially of Season 0. These it's kind of like a test run. We're just we're trying to make this as professional as possible, but again, we're trying to figure out any little quirks or problems that we may run into here in Season 0 to really make Season 1 pretty spectacular and very exciting. But yeah, absolutely. Just the involvement and the inclusion is really what we're going for here. And again, we're just trying to spread awareness and just get people aware of what's going on here and what we're trying to accomplish. So I definitely think that's really one of the main goals of this. And being involved with our social media and our server is really going to increase that awareness and that inclusion. And so we really strongly suggest that people check out those social media accounts and our server as well.
Yep, and especially if you're a fan, you don't have to be somebody that heads a community or knows a community. I mean, if you just want to support us by tuning in, cheering on your favorites as the games go on in the competition, please do. That's the lifeblood of these kinds of things, and we want you here to celebrate with us as we progress on through the seasons.
Yeah, it's I like how you said celebrate, because it is kind of like a celebration. Again, all about positivity and love here, and just inclusivity is really what we're shooting for here. And I definitely like the idea of a celebration. It's just a big celebration. We're just here having fun and we're having a good time, and that's what we're going to do tonight.
Yep, right until we get into the game, and then it's just carnage from there. Who's going to come out with the W at the end and turn it into the red zone? Yes, I cannot wait. Now,
all the puns, man. All the puns. Well, you don't want to give away all your puns just yet. You got to save them throughout the rest of the match. You got to sprinkle in some here and there. You don't want to give them all up front.
Don't worry, I have an arsenal. I'm keeping it. I'm
Oh,
keeping it in
I
my
believe
my
that.
back pocket. I'll
I
whip them out
definitely
later.
believe that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Uh,
It is kind of interesting how we're having a celebration, but this is a pretty violent game. So that is kind of, I don't know if it's ironic, but
like a
I don't know, man.
juxtaposition, you know? Like it's
Yeah.
just it really just highlights the I don't know. It's opposite end. It's different. It's opposite ends of the spectrum.
Hmm.
But we're going to be launching into this soon. By the way, anybody that doesn't see the buttons or you popped out the stream or have the chat popped out, you can also do exclamation mark Discord in the chat, and that'll pull down the link. Nightbot doesn't just slaughter people; it also links in our Discord, and you can click that and join in on the community that way as well. Just a
Yeah,
pro tip.
Nightbot can be a pretty useful tool. Very very nice, and could be a nice guy sometimes. All
Yeah.
right, I think we're going to be getting into this match very soon, very shortly. Thank you all for your patience again and staying with us, and we're ready to get this thing started and get it on the road here.
So
And as I say
favorites.
that,
Yeah, as we say that, we're hopping straight into the first match.
it's like we're coordinating
I
with each
know.
other or something, right?
It's like we're prepared. Wow,
Yeah, right.
professional.
Who would have thought?
Yes.
All right, so Villa is the first map here. Again, Team Void with the selection of Villa. So it's going to be really interesting to see just the defensive strategies and the offensive strategies, how each team really is going to coordinate with one another. There's a variety of different strategies that you can use going into this. And right now we are in the operator banning phase at the moment. This is going to be operator bans for the rest of the match. And as you can see right now, Team Void, who is defending, actually gets to make the ban first, and they have decided to ban Thatcher, who is that's a very typical type of ban that you would see, especially in the ranked community. And then also Team Red Zone just banning Jackal. That's another typical ban that you would see. Both of these operators are very useful. Jackal can give away a lot of knowledge of operators around the map, and Thatcher is very useful for getting into reinforcements and just really trying to take away the ability for defenders to be able to defend. Now, right now, we also have Team Red Zone with the second ban. They're banning a defender. They have banned Echo. That's another very interesting ban right there. Another typical ban that you would see. Usually, Echo is up there with the operator bans. Echo has a lot of different abilities that can be very useful for defenders, especially when it comes to planting the bomb at the bomb sites. Mira is the last ban. Team Void has decided to ban Mira. Mira can be pretty useful here on Villa in a variety of sections in the map here. And we are going to get started with round one. Now you can see the layout here with our roster. There are many different names that we can choose from and use. But it looks like the defending location, the first defending location, is going to be second floor, games room, and aviator room. This is usually one of two typical defending sites that people will usually go with. So not surprising to see that Team Void has decided to go here first. Now you can also see the different operators that people are going to be using today, that the teams are going to be using. So you have Thermite and Habana, some hard breachers that you see Team Red Zone are bringing in. Cali, who's really the only one that can take away those mutes, the mute jammers, or the bandits. Really anything that's going to affect getting into the reinforcements. So that's a very good setup that they have going on here, especially since Thatcher has been taken off the map.
So you're saying that the bans that they started out with, pretty standard down the line, not necessarily, in your opinion, anything that strikes you as like a targeted ban yet?
Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. And as we can see too, we have Team Void. You can see their selection. They went with Bandit. So Bandit is going to be able to help Bandit's going to be able to help with the reinforcements. They're going to put that up on the reinforcements and make it more difficult for the attackers to get in. And then also Aruni, you can see Aruni is setting up her things on the doorway. That's also going to make it more difficult for Team Red Zone to make it into the actual objectives. And then we also have Pulse. You can see Nova Raven 99 has decided to go with Pulse, which means he's probably likely going to be on the first floor, going to be watching to see if anybody is going to be on the second floor, if any attackers are coming through on the second floor. Maybe throw up a C4. As you can see, he's got a nitro cell. He can throw that nitro cell up on the breachable floors.
Oh!
And a team kill right off the bat. I don't know if that was I don't know if that was
Motivate the ranks somehow.
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, Valkyrie has been already eliminated here as a result of a team kill. So Valkyrie is very good for getting some intel, and we can see the attackers are already trying to make their way into the actual map. Yeah, I don't know if that team kill was actually.
Hey, it's nerves. This is a professional debut, and it's a competition.
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely. Nova Raven with a great kill there on Experian boost. Again, it's the roamers in this map are key, and that's exactly what Pulse is. Pulse goes around, he gets that intel from below or above, wherever. He's got that heartbeat monitor, so he's able to see if anybody's in close proximity, he can see exactly where they're at.
Right.
So we can see the attackers here being relatively slow, kind of taking their time, which is the way to go. We can see Ayana here trying to make her way into the objective. Now, that was her ability that just got shot down. So, but it's okay. She didn't actually die. We can see Callie trying to make her way. She stepped on a Legion, so that's going to slow her up. Legion also there to try and slow down the approach of the attackers. So, but again, the use of these drones are also really key. Drones are super helpful for attackers, you know, because if you get the drone shot, it's fine. You don't actually die, but it's great for getting the intel. Callie with a great shot there on Legion. I guess Legion was kind of cooped up there in the back and didn't quite, you know, from that angle, he's trying to take care of two different doorways. So I guess he got taken out on that one.
Yeah, definitely got pinched.
Absolutely, and those Arunis are getting taken down by Ayana, and Ayana is not going to make it. Now we have a 1v3 here for Team Red Zone. Thermite is going to have to try and clutch this up. He's at 90 right now, and he was able to get the back wall open, which is really good. That's really good for Jaeger being able to get easily into the bomb sites, but again, not watching his flank. Yep, Bandit sneaking up very slowly, as you can see on the replay. Bandit's going to get the kill there, and that is round number 1 of Season 0, and that's going to go to Team Void, the defenders.
Rather handily, and I mean, Void even handicapped themselves, shooting their teammate in the back of the head as they were entering. Man, interesting. I wonder how Red Zone's gonna like switch up their. How would you recommend that they like switch up their strategy here to maybe try again?
Well, and now it's really kind of all about trying to figure out the next location that the defenders are going to choose. So after that last round, you can see the next round that we're going to be going here is Trophy and Statuary Room, and that's again typically the second bomb site the defenders will choose. So I think Red Zone is trying to accommodate for that now. They're trying to because they probably know the bomb site pretty well, so now they're just trying to get some operators in that are gonna be useful for that specific bomb site. And as you can see, they did change up some of their operators. You can see now they have a Habana and a Cali like last round, but again, last round they had a Habana and they had a Thermite, which can be pretty useful, having two different hard breachers, but at the same time it could also be not necessarily completely necessary. So you can see now they added an IQ, and they even brought a Buck, and Buck is going to be really useful for going underneath. And also something to think about too, since Buck is underneath, that means that he's probably going to likely run into Nova, who has once again gone Pulse. So Buck may have the responsibility of trying to smoke out Pulse and make sure that they are safe from underneath the bomb site.
Gotcha. All right, we're going to see Red Zone can enter this time, at least in some kind of fashion, because they got stopped up pretty hard. That Legion spike really slowed them when they stepped on that going down the hall, and their flanks peeking at the window.
Yeah, you can already see some conflict that's happening right now. One of the defenders is kind of trying to hold down 90 right now. That's Twixu. Twixu's trying to hold down 90 and trying to watch their flank from the previous bomb site. But you could see Buck was trying to there was a little bit of a gunfight right there. They didn't quite see each other, but you know, the conflict in the gunfights can be that quick right off the bat.
Roger, and it slowed down almost instantly after that initial trade. Wow, experience boost, taking down Nova Raven.
That's big, and Nova Raven again was the Pulse, and that was underneath. So now that they have some safety, they can believe that they have a little bit of safety from underneath, which is really nice, because now that means when they can access the bomb site and not have to worry about any nitro cells going off underneath them. But you can see the defense right now of Team Void really trying to hold down the actual sites. Not many roamers going on here, so they're really trying to hold it down. And interesting strategies getting put in place right here for Team Red Zone.
There's that Legion spike again. I can see the Red Zone is definitely taking it slower now that they've felt out their enemy a bit.
Absolutely. There's a little bit of a gunfight right there. And Twixie was going to come out on top there. And another one, and Cle69 is going to be able to take out another operator on the other team here. So that's the Cali that is gone. So Cali is now off the board, and so is Finka. And another gunfight here. Pancake Lily is going to win that on Jaeger. So now their buck is gone. So now we have a 2v3 going on right now.
Yeah,
more gunfights happening, a 2-2. We're kind of getting into the last minute here of the round. Another quick gunfight right there, and that is going to be the death of Kiramandar. I think I may be pronouncing that right. I don't know. But we're in a 1v2 situation right now. Team Red Zone having to clutch up another round, second in a row. You can really see Experience Boost trying to turn up the sensitivity here and trying to really see if they can maybe a little bit of a flick there. Not quite.
Yeah, down Legion through the wall there. So Legion
that's
is
right,
down
that's right
now. So it's a 1v1
that's right. They did
effectively.
connect. He did connect, so it is a 1v1, and I think Experience Boost is probably going to know that. So right now, Valkyrie just trying to play it really calm, just trying to stay hidden a little bit. I don't think Experience Boost knows exactly maybe where Valkyrie is, so it's between Habana and Valkyrie at this point. And let's see, Experience Boost is going to confirm that kill. He's got to get to the diffuser, though.
Wow,
and look at that. Valkyrie, what a great play. You can see Valkyrie just saw Habana through the crack there, but it was enough to kind of juke out Habana a little bit in stunner and finished off the kill there. And that is going to be the end of round number 2. Team Void again with the defense taking that.
Honestly, Habana saw Valkyrie approaching through that swing there, and I mean Valkyrie, I don't know, just by sheer willpower to actually take that and peek on him, just won the gunfight. That was intense. Very very good gunplay there by Valkyrie. Void
Absolutely.
Void
and
coming
that was
in hot.
That was especially after a very strong start here with Team Red Zone. It started out really well. It was a 5v4 with Habana taking out that pulse early in the round, which was really good for taking out the roamers and really trying to ensure their safety throughout the round. But again, the defense played really strong, and sometimes it just comes down to the gunfights.
Yep, and I mean that's the name of the game. Tactical shooter with equipment. You can say what you want with angles and through the walls and through the floors and down through the ceiling. If the guy shoots you first, then he hits his shots.
Absolutely. Your shots have to be on, and again, headshots immediately lethal, so I think everybody tries to go for the headshots, which obviously is definitely the way to go. So we can see some operator changes here in some of these teams. Now, not much has changed really with Team Red Zone, but they did add a Ying, which is going to be interesting to see, and Ying is actually starting out with the diffuser as well, so that may change throughout the map, but Ying, it looks like maybe that they're going to try and do some kind of push into one of the objectives with Ying, try and blind some of the defenders. And as we look at the defenders, we can see a Thunderbird, we could see a healer now. The brand new operator this season has been added. And then we also have a Rook, so to add some armor and add some health to some people. And we also have a Vigil, so Vigil's likely going to be roaming around, and no Pulse this time, obviously, since now they are on the first floor. So Pulse isn't necessarily quite necessary, I would say. Although he still can be really useful, but Vigil is going to be used
through the window, so it's not like they're going to be anywhere except where you expect them to be.
Exactly.
Right.
And Klee's going to take out the hard breacher there, Habana, and we have Habana and Buck are now off the board, but we can see Klee got healed up a little bit, but he did take a lot of damage in one of the gunfights. So Klee low health here. Something to definitely think of, especially if he's going to keep getting in those gunfights. But now we're in a 3v5 situation with Team Red Zone against Void. And again, Void, just the defensive Void has been very dominant in this match so far.
Exactly. The trades in this game stun me.
Yes.
Just fractions of a second decide the winner. I mean, it's fast-paced, it's slow-paced, and it's fast-paced. It's tactical and it's flicky. Void is showing their worth right now.
For sure. Their defense has been very strong right now. We can see Callie maybe, just missed that shot, but Callie just trying to get some intel just from a distance, being able to look into the objective. You can see he's looking at the silhouette of one of the defenders right there. But again, I think really you can notice right now the Team Red Zone is kind of staying relatively close with one another and tried to get that Finka in right as his teammate was going down, but it just didn't quite work out. Finka again going down. Now we are in a 1v5 situation. Ying is going to have to try and clutch up another clutching situation, and that's just not going to happen as Team Void, very strong round. Not a single death for Team Void here, and they have taken round 3 in this first game.
Wicked accuracy by Void's defenders. I mean, I saw the trade second to the last there, and I mean, he must have had his crosshair lined up with his head. People in shooting games preach crosshair placement as a necessary fundamental of being competitive. That was centered on that man's skull before he even peeked out to take that gunfight. My goodness.
That's usually also something to think about, especially in Rainbow Six Siege, is just the pre-gun placement, the pre-hair placement. You know, you want to make sure that wherever your crosshairs are, that they're going to be over a place where either the head is going to be the body. You know, so people really try to focus on that and try and be sure to be as accurate as possible, and that's a great way of maintaining accuracy, is aiming head level, or if you're at the hip level, maintaining where the head would be if you're crouched, or you know, you just try to make sure that wherever your crosshairs are, there's going to be somebody or something on the somebody that you're going to be able to hit.
Right. And I see that we're switching over to the second floor here for round 4, and they brought the pulse back. So
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
And information runs true.
Absolutely, not surprising, you know, and it's the same operator. It's the same player who's been going the same operator with Pulse. Nova Raven 99. He likes to roam. He's probably one of their top roamers. Very effective Pulse player. And you can see he was Duck, but he changed to Pulse. So I think they're trying to go for that intel and try to take out the attackers coming into other places in the map.
Yeah, and did we see any changes here on the attacker side? I see a 0.
We have seen a lot of changes actually here on the attacking side. Pretty much every single operator is new, especially for this round. We have Jaeger going Ash now. Ash, you maybe an Ash rush, unlikely. But you never know. You're down 3-0. You can try and throw the other defending team off by getting some quick kills right off the bat. So maybe something to think about. You can have Lion. So Lion's ability is going to make it difficult for the defenders to move around a lot because they're going to be consistently pinged whenever that ability is active. We have Iana again to try and maybe throw off some defenders. And then we also have Thermite, a hard breacher, is key. But again, Thermite is going to be difficult here to use because you don't really have anybody to take out any of the bandits that are going to be on any of the reinforcements. So it's going to be difficult to get into the objectives by not having anybody to take out those bandits, but it's still definitely possible. And then we have Zero, again, another intel person to shoot those cameras into the objective and try and see where the defenders really are. Because if you've noticed, a lot of the defenders have stayed local. They've stayed in the bomb sites, and there's not a ton of roamers that are trying to take out the attackers around the map. So that may be something that they're thinking about. So if they can get some intel into what specifically is going on in the bomb sites, that can make it easier for them to try and take out some of the defending team.
And I wonder if it's just because they're so confident in their gunplay. I mean, I know it seems like, just from looking at their team composition and trying to understand the abilities here on the fly, they're really like that kind of turtle type gameplay complements the agents and operators that they're choosing anyway. But I mean, they have some shooters on their team. I think,
absolutely.
I think your hypothesis about the Ash Rush is a good one. I think they're going to try and just get themselves on the board this round.
It may be something that we see again, but you know, Team Red Zone historically so far in this match has been taking it relatively slow, and as we can see, it's already a 5v4 here. 4v5 for Red Zone as Lion gets taken out, so that ability is now off the board. And it is unfortunate because that's another intel operator that's really useful in trying to figure out exactly where defenders are or trying to keep them still. Because if you know you have somebody pinned in that corner, that could be really useful for you or your teammates, just knowing where that is and you doing that because of the line. Now we have a 3v5, and a 2v4. A double trade. It's just kind of kills galore right now. It happens in waves, you know. It's quiet, and then all of a sudden everything's going down. So now we're in a 2v4 situation.
Oh
a 1v4.
Goodness.
another clutch situation. Twixie with a great kill there on the stairs. And now we're in another clutch situation where Kierman is left by himself, and it's just not going to be enough. I think they knew exactly really where he was at. You can see the ping right there. They knew exactly where he was at. Maybe a Valk cam in that room.
Had to be something.
Yeah.
Something had to be there.
That ping was right on him. So, and then they just quickly rushed him, and that was it. That was the end. So now it is 4-0 Team Void against Team Red Zone. They're really struggling here. Team Red Zone has got to figure out a way to get on the board attacking. I know this is difficult, and as you can see now, they have somebody that's picked a Montaigne. So maybe that's what they're going with. They're gonna, when in doubt, just take a shield. So
yeah, there we go. The shield operators are coming out. I think Red Zone doesn't want to get sweeped for the first debut game.
Absolutely, and you just saw Nova Raven actually had selected smoke, but he changed to a Mai. A smoke, obviously he's not going to know, but a smoke would have been extremely useful against a Montaigne. So it's going to be interesting to see how the defenders are going to deal with a Monty here on this round.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see if Void just continues the slaughter, or if this new operator choice is going to throw them off. And I wonder, I mean, Red Zone has to know that Void, just in raw gunfights, has the advantage. So they really need to lean on their intel to kind of get the upper hand. I mean, I certainly, after seeing the way that they're coming upstairs and taking trades with Void, I would not take gunfights with them. They, for some reason, just seem to just have the advantage by a whole degree of separation.
Absolutely, I would totally agree. But it's interesting how the use of shields actually can play in trying to throw off some gameplay, because some people really will panic sometimes when they encounter a shield operator, and that could be the difference of 1 or 2, 3, 4, even 5 kills if people are really thrown off. So it's going to be interesting to see how they use this Monty. You can see the Monty is starting out with the diffuser, and I don't think that was an accident. I think really they're going to try and sneak their way maybe into the objective, and maybe throw some smokes out, really trying to throw off some of the intel of the defenders, and maybe just try and get a quick plant down. And that would be huge if Team Red Zone can get on the board this way. And again, Team Void maybe expecting it, maybe not. We'll see here in the next couple seconds how they decide to take on that Monty and the rest of the team.
Roger. Nova Raven's operator. What is the benefit, I guess, of taking that over
Jaeger?
Pulse?
Or Pulse, okay, yeah. No, well, I was going to say, Mai's ability is very similar to Jaeger. And you can see, look at this, all 5 of the attacking operators have spawned with each other. So that's an interesting take. They may be all rushing in with one another, and obviously maybe going to have Monty lead. We'll see what happens. But Mai can be very useful in taking out things that are thrown into the objective. They actually, what it does is it's kind of like a magnet, where, like, say a frag is thrown into the objective, wherever the Wamai was thrown, and it's on the wall or ceiling or floor, wherever it was placed, it's going to suck that grenade in, and it's gonna and then the grenade will detonate in that area. So it's just really useful for just throwing off flashbangs and grenades and anything really that's any projectiles that are thrown into the bomb site. So it's very similar to a Jaeger, but you can see that they didn't go with the Pulse here, and I don't think that was an accident as well, because I think they're just trying to play very defensive right now. I don't think they need the Pulse, and that's an interesting take. We see a gunfight happening right now. Some quick flicks by Twixu right now, going up against Experience Boost, who took quite a bit of damage there in that gunfight.
Yeah, completely dominant there by Twixu.
And you can see Twixu had no damage there, still completely full health, so just completely dominant in those gunfights. I would definitely agree with you when it comes to that.
Yeah, I mean, jiggle peeking is a hell of a threat.
For sure. Yeah, and the crouch spams are the freaking worst, especially on console. We can see, even with a shield there, Wamai is going to take out Finka, and Finka is now off the board. I think Finka, maybe there was a miscommunication, maybe trying to stay behind Monty, but accidentally moved out in front. Maybe Monty was moving a little bit too much, but Wamai is going to take the kill. You can see Wamai is staying very close, staying on Monty, and then we have another couple of quick kills happening. Twixu now taken out with a grenade, but Valkyrie is going to take out Ayana.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a trade. Monty challenging Nova Raven here in the corner. Nova standing strong. Shame that they don't have some kind of frag.
For sure. Well, you can see that, Twixu was actually taken out. It's pretty ironic. Twixu was taken out by a frag grenade, and he's Wamai. So maybe the Wamai placements were not necessarily, or actually, I'm sorry, Wamai is Nova Raven. I'm sorry, I'm getting the some of the stuff mixed up
We
here.
got a little bit of a dance going on.
Sorry, yeah. Yeah, they're trying to figure out. It's kind of like a who's going to flick first. But sorry, Twixu was Malusi. Malusi was taken out. But again, it goes back to those magnet placements with Wamai, and they probably weren't placed in a very prime situation. It resulted in Malusi's death. Another couple of quick kills here, and now it's 1v4. I don't know what is happening here. Oh my gosh, Monty just rushing on in. Monty has been Monty rushed in. We have an accidental team kill going on here, and now it's a 1v1. It is a 1v1. Wamai is down,
but they're out of time.
And they were unable to do it at the time. That's right, the time run out. So now it is 5-0 Team Void. Sorry, I actually haven't played Rainbow Six Siege in a while, believe it or not.
You're doing an excellent job, because my game knowledge is severely lacking.
I haven't even played a single ranked game this brand new season, so I'm trying to make sure that all my operators are all Gucci and all figured out. So my apologies if I'm getting any of these mixed up, but you can see how useful though now that these operators can be, and how necessary some of them are.
Exactly.
So it's all about the team coordination, though. You got to make sure that you have the right people in the right places doing the right things.
Hey.
It's a very, very simple explanation of it, but
play the game for me so far is Monty beating the hell out of Nova Raven 99 in the corner.
That was pretty impressive.
Pretty good.
Was just running on in and just getting it. Sometimes that's what it takes, though. It throws people off. It's those kinds of plays that will also piss people off a lot too, because it's just one of those kind of like weird plays that you wouldn't necessarily expect to actually happen, but they happen, and that ends up what throws you off on that, and it's
with the moment. I mean, it's momentum. It's game momentum.
For sure,
it happens. And if Jaeger had 30 more seconds, I would have totally put my money on him just to run through and take out the last two, especially with a pistol shot across the courtyard. Yeah,
and very important for Team Void just to play time in that case too, because if Monty was able to get that kill, he would obviously have to completely take out Nova Raven. But if Monty was able to get that last kill, that would be a round that Team Red Zone would have had, that Team Void definitely should have had. But fortunately for Team Void, the time ran out, and Red Zone is going to take another L on that. So, but we are 5-0 now as round 6 is starting. Really, what does Red Zone have to lose at this point? So let's see the attacking approach here. We have some different operators that we're seeing. I think maybe some of the players are just rotating through their players that they normally play again. At this point, it's kind of like, what do you have to lose? Now they're chasing after Rook here, and the shots are just gonna land a little bit there on Rook, but it's not going to take him out, and Rook's going to just run away.
Yeah, he's hurt, and they cut him down about halfway before he could get up the stairs.
He's going to try and swing by those Thunderbirds, see if he can get some health there. And then Finka, obviously, with some of the Finka boost, trying to help out the health of the teammates. But again, everybody here is cooped up in the staircase, which honestly, it can be a really good play having all of your teammates together. But I don't understand, as they're rushing into the objective here. Or actually, sorry, that was an Iana running in, but the team kill actually worked out pretty well. Twixu accidentally taking out Nova Raven, one of the better players on the team, and now it's a 5v4. But again, not necessarily the greatest approach to have your entire team all in one stairwell. You sometimes need to spread out, but they're really on that Monty, and I think they're going to try and make a push through that doorway. Maybe it's a distraction, I don't really know. But you can see how Team Void has all of their guns aimed at that doorway, and now Monty has made his way in. But Twixu is going to be able to take out Finka, and then we're going to have another person taken out here.
Yeah, Chandesu took out Absolute. Unbelievable, sitting in on that corner and swinging behind the bomb. Monty and his team just cannot penetrate whatsoever. Oh!
Yeah, another team kill here, another team kill. Let's see, Monty has gone down. And I think Thunderbird's going to try and finish up the kills. Now we're in another 1v3, but now it's a 1v2. Zofia trying to clutch up. It's just not going to be enough. And again, Team Void is dominating here on defense. It is now 6-0.
Yeah, Void.
You can see that flank. Yeah,
I guess Legion wrapped up behind.
Yeah. I guess Legion had just had enough there and just decided to, just go up from underneath the stairwell where everybody was. That was a very interesting approach, just kind of everybody moving with one another, but you're in a very tight close proximity to each other, and it's very challenging to coordinate effectively when everybody's in a tight space. So it's a very interesting push there by the attacking team. I don't really know what Red Zone was trying to accomplish. Maybe they were trying to do some kind of rush, which looked like maybe it was going to work. But again, just all guns were focused on the doorway.
There was some momentum, and I think hesitation just stopped them up. And once they were able to smoke out that choke, I mean, they kind of lost. Well, I mean, even after that, they had some opportunities to kind of run out, use the counter, use the bomb. They would have had to swing right on Chandesu because he was sitting there waiting for them on kind of like a flank shot to drill down into the stairwell entrance. But, I mean, that was their play. They needed to kind of just put the boots to the mud and run in. Mm-hmm. That's why you have the shield operator.
Absolutely, and they could be really useful using shield operator trying to get into the actual objective. So now we are on round number 7. This is match point. Team Void takes this round. They win game 1, and this is going to be a really interesting take here too, because now the sides have swapped. So Team Void is now going to be attacking, and Team Red Zone is defending. So this is the first time this game that we actually get to watch the teams do the opposite here. So it's going to be interesting to see what these teams decide to go with their defending and attacking strategies respectively.
Roger. And you know, hey, if you're a Red Zone fan, say it with me. It's a CT-sided map. Well, we're going to hope for the best. Reverse swing.
And we can already see here where we're looking at Jaeger. Jaeger's trying to maybe do some spawn peeks, and that is just not going to work out. That's a very popular spawn peek on this map, and maybe just trying to get the momentum in their favor at the beginning of the round, but sometimes you can see it just can backfire on you. And again, if you're going to spawn peek from there, it's best that you don't necessarily stand in the middle of the window. You want to give yourself some protection. So you can see Doc was clearly in the middle of the window, which allowed, I believe it was IQ, to just take out Doc very easily, even with not even any kind of zoom scope. You just kind of aim at the window about where the head would be, and then bam,
yeah,
that was it.
Let it fly. Hope for the best.
Exactly. But now that window's open, it's something that the attackers are going to want to be aware of, because if there's any roamers that Team Red Zone decides to send out, that's something that Team Void is going to have to be aware of. We can see Nova Raven taken out, so that's their Habana. That is their only hard breacher, who was able to open up one of the reinforcements there, looking into B site, and you can see Clash, who's another shield operator for the defense. Team Red Zone decided to keep with the shields.
Yeah, and they took, Red Zone did manage to take out Nova Raven, which is one of their, more talented gunplay.
Yeah, solid
draggers.
Player so far. You can see he's 6-3-1. He's been very good. Klee has also been very good, 9-2-0. And we actually have a pretty even match right now at 3v3.
They're having a lot of trouble with this shield operator. Oh my goodness, what a shot by Klee on Mighty Moto.
That's 10 kills now on the game for Klee. And now we are in another 1v3 situation. This could be it. Team Void could run away with this, and that is going to do it. There was no way that Clash was going to be able to clutch in that situation. So there it is. Team Void, match point. They take the game, flawless victory over Team Red Zone.
My goodness. I mean,
that
to see a Clash get run up on with a pistol and just smack down into the earth is, I mean, it's kind of therapeutic. And for a lot of our viewers that play this game, probably cathartic. But insane performance here by Void.
We could see, we talked a lot about Nova Raven and Twixu. We said their names a lot, but Klee coming out as the top player here for Team Void, MVP of the match with 10 kills. Very impressive. Indeed to see. So Team Void is going to take the win here, 7-0, a sweep, and this was another very exciting first match for LHYNX Division Gaming League in the Rainbow Six Siege series. Very exciting stuff here. We have this second game coming up. We are going to be taking a break, though, before the second game, but we have Game 2 coming on up as Team Void looks to try and sweep the entire series so far against Team Red Zone. Team Red Zone going to try and regroup a little bit, see if they can try and figure out how to break through Team Void's offense and defensive strategy.
Yep, Void had the shock and awe of the initial game. They hit the sweep, but maybe Red Zone can identify. Hey, they have some stronger players here. We need to make sure we watch out for them, what their stronger operators are. And you know what? I think this time around we're going to see a little bit of the targeted bans come out. Um, Maybe if they felt like they were getting really oppressed by like certain agents that were on the field.
Hmm. Absolutely, and now Red Zone is actually going to have a little bit of the advantage. One can argue actually for game number two, as they are going to be playing on the map that they select. So it's definitely going to be pretty interesting to see what Team Red Zone decides to do as far as regrouping is concerned. They really got to figure something out, either defensive, offensive, something, because they didn't really get to defend all that much. It was vast majority attacking. And we can see they really struggled with that. So maybe they can make up for it in defending for the next game.
Yeah, hey, I think defending too was a bit stronger for them. I mean, they got more trades and they whittled down Void more there, I think, than they did throughout the entire game, except when that one Monty round when Monty just kind of went beast mode before the time ran out. So
Dude, Monty was very close to clutching it. So
he was. I would have loved to see it.
it was very close. That was very cool. So now we are going to go into our intermission here. We're going to take a little bit of a break before going into game two. Thank you guys so much so far that has tuned in to watch the match. Again, follow us on social media, and if you're interested in joining our server, please check that out. You can do !Discord in the Twitch chat, and we also have links to the Discord server on our social media pages. So again, we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to do an intermission. We'll be back with game number two real quick. We're going to see if Team Red Zone can battle back here against Team Void. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, we are back. We were able to figure out the little technical difficulties that was going on here with one of the Team Red Zone members, but we were able to get him into the match, and we are going to be starting Game 2 here very soon. Now, Kvechi, like we said before we went into intermission, it's going to be interesting to see how both teams are going to be adapting to what they want to do attacking and defending wise, because now we've flipped. So now Team Red Zone is going to be starting the defensive rounds for the first 6 rounds, and now Team Void is going to be attacking, and we have a brand new map here with Cafe Dostoyevsky is selected by Team Red Zone. So what do you think is going to be the situation here with Team Red Zone on the defense and Team Void attacking?
I mean, Red Zone is playing with home field advantage now, like Void was in the previous match. They got to select this map. They did it on purpose, hopefully because they have a stronger understanding of its layout and where the peaks are, where to enter, if this person's playing this, or they're setting up here, or the bomb's going to be in this room at this level. And honestly, Red Zone really had no choice but to gather information. They got 7 rounds of losses of information kind of imprinted into their brains in that previous match. So they'll take what they learned and identify who's the threat, how they play, and hopefully with that they will, discern a strategy that's going to serve them better than whatever they were doing last time. I Void Club, from my understanding of the two communities, Red Zone came into this wanting to compete for the fun of it, and Void Club, I know it is a point of pride that not only do they enjoy each other from a social standpoint in VR and their respective community and all the fun things that they do, like drinking nights and whatnot, but they also, with a point of pride, they are gamers and they are competitive. So I'm excited to see Red Zone try and put them on their back foot. I would love to see some competition. I would love to see Void kind of start sweating a bit, and really just kind of bring it back and make it a contest. But we'll see what happens.
For sure. I really think some of these teams are maybe looking at it from differing perspectives here, and it is definitely going to be really interesting to see how Team Red Zone decides to use that, as you said, home field advantage. And a lot of people would argue that starting on defense is really stronger than attacking. And I would have to agree with that argument, but a lot of people would say that maybe attacking is stronger than defending when it comes to the first several rounds. But also some people would argue that it's pretty even. But as we saw last game, Team Void used every single defensive round to their strategy of dominating that last game. So it's definitely something to think about with Team Red Zone and how they're going to use their defensive strategies against a team like Team Void, as we saw one round of attacking last game. And in that one round, we saw how dominant Team Void could be, but Team Red Zone also put up quite a bit of a fight in that last round. So maybe we'll see a little bit more of a fighting back here by Team Red Zone. It's going to be really cool. So we're going to get this match started up right quick right now. It's going to be super exciting stuff here. We're very exciting. Game 2 of the LHYNX Division Gaming League Rainbow Six Siege series is starting right now on Cafe Dostoyevsky.
So in your opinion, this map, my understanding of Siege is limited. T-sided, CT-sided. Are they going to perform better attacking, defending? Is it always defense really on any of these boards in Siege that kind of gives the team and a competitive advantage?
It really depends on the team, and it really depends on the composition of the team and the players and their strategies. And also, especially since Team Void now has some previous knowledge of Team Red Zone's strategies and ideas and their attacking and defending scenarios, I think Team Void can really use that to their advantage. But also, Team Red Zone can also definitely come back with their strategies of their own. So it really is kind of different depending on team to team.
It just depends on the composition every time, so it's case by case. Wow, two
sure.
Shield operator bands coming out here. Monty and Clash both getting knocked out. Jackal.
Not surprising to see. Not surprising to see though, because we had Monty and Clash used in the last game, and Monty and Clash actually were both used by Team Red Zone, and so this is also something really really cool to see as well, and really interesting because Team Void is clearly not wanting to have to deal with those shield operators, right? So that's a message that they're sending to Team Red Zone. They're saying, well, screw your shields. We are not dealing with that crap this game. And they're really going to try and make it a gunfight game here where, again, I would say Team Void has the advantage with that. So they're sending a message real quick in the operator ban phase with Team Red Zone not being able to use those operators they used last game.
Definitely. And, I think Red Zone, if anything, because of that hard sweep, they can learn from Void's playstyle. Void was very, very okay with just pitching up a tent, getting a fire going, and sitting in their corners and waiting for Red Zone's approach. Even with like hard breachers kind of filling their roster, they weren't really worried. They just held their angles and stayed patient. So maybe that's something that'll serve Red Zone well this time in this match.
And it's definitely going to be interesting to see what the attacking situation is with Team Void. Are they going to be aggressive? Are they going to be conservative? There's a variety of different ways that you can approach the starting round here and really even further send a message to the other team. As we have Amaru on the attacking team who's very quick at getting into the objective, and we can see on Cafe Dostoyevsky usually there's one of two real bomb sites that teams prefer to go to, and one of them is on the 3rd floor and the other is on the 1st floor. So we can see that they went to the 3rd floor here, and I think that's probably what Team Void was expecting, and so that's going to be beneficial for them with the Amaru because they'll be able to easily infiltrate the bomb sites here and maybe get off a quick plant. Obviously, Amaru doesn't have the diffuser, so maybe not get a quick plant, but maybe get a kill, a trade or two, and really just get involved and be very aggressive here in the starting round. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what Amaru decides to do. Maybe they go Cigar. Maybe they just quick get up on the roof. We'll see what happens. But you can see what operators the teams decided to go with here, and you can also see how some of the operators that Team Red Zone has decided to go with are very they're probably going to be situated in the actual bomb sites. You can see we have Rook and Doc, and these guys are big 3 armor 1 speed operators, and usually they're not roaming around the map very often, so they're probably going to stay up by the bomb sites pretty close.
Right on. And I see, starting off this round, just massive pot shots from Void. They're obviously just looking for that quick trade.
For sure.
So far, I mean, we got some classical music playing in the background. Wow, what a entrance there.
Yeah, so Amaru, that's exactly what I was talking about with the Amaru being very aggressive here and moving in. Twixu is already in one of the bomb sites right now, and I'm sure maybe that information is getting relayed to the Team Red Zone operators. Maybe not. One of them chilling out here in the freezer, not paying attention.
They're not really responding.
Exactly. Twixu just taking off. And now Twixu in the freezer. Maybe another kill. Twixu with the triple kill. Maybe going to try to go for the ace here. We'll see what happens. But you can see how lethal that Amaru can be. Just swinging on into the bomb sites and quickly getting some kills. And now we're in a 1v5 situation, and that is it. Dominant. Absolutely dominant. Twixu. Brilliant Amaru plays.
Some of these people have families, man. Like,
exactly. Why would you do this?
We need to. I don't know if there's like an adult rating for this stream. My goodness.
You can see a 4K on the board for Twixu. That was genius.
Yeah, these copy pasta coming in for X Twixu in the chat. I believe every single word, end to end. My goodness.
Brilliant plays. I think something also that really attributed to the effectiveness of Twixu was probably the lack of communication that was on Team Red Zone's with Team Red Zone, because it didn't look like anything was really being communicated about the location of Amaru after that first kill at the top of the steps, and then the freezer kill, and then obviously one of the operators in the freezer looked over at the doorway, but then started looking over at the other one, completely opposite of where Twixu was, and that was an easy kill for Twixu.
I mean, we saw you and I both, like, he burst through that window, got the headshot kill, and both of us held our breath and were like, okay, they're gonna respond. and nobody moved. And it's like, okay, maybe not.
Absolutely,
Not gonna
and
start
something for sure, and something here to look at with the second round here with the operators that Team Red Zone decided to go with. You can see they decided to go with a cap can, and that's not necessarily like a frost that would be able to trap the Amarus extremely quick between doorways and in windows. But obviously they're on the second floor here, and I think Team Void may have been thinking they were either going to go second or first floor, most likely first floor possibly. So this this second floor bomb site is interesting to see. That's something usually you don't see. One of the first two sites is usually third floor or first floor. So second floor is an interesting take, but I think they decided to not go with the Amaru on this one because of that. But I think they know where the bomb site is at now, and you can see that Team Red Zone has brought a cap can with them, and that's going to try and slow down the attack of Team Void, and I think that's the right move for Team Red Zone, because at this point you just want to slow the pace down and just, you know, keep your corners, keep your angles, and just play the angles, which is exactly as we can see. That's what's happening here. Is Echo has an angle on the window, and then it's going to pay off here for Experience boost as he gets the kill on Clee 69.
Clee 69 goes down. Void actually getting thrown back on their back foot in the beginning of this. Maybe an entry gone wrong.
Absolutely, and you can see now they don't have the diffuser. The diffuser is stuck in Cigar, it looks like, and that's because of Jaeger's work, Experience Boost work, up there on the third floor, roaming around, taking out those key players and getting those early kills. And now Team Void is stuck without the diffuser, and they got to figure out a way to get that diffuser without getting killed by Experience Boost or anybody from Team Red Zone roaming around upstairs.
Do they have any tools to get information at the moment, or are they kind of just blind on just taking corner trades? Wow, Twixu getting lit up, very low, bad trade. Red Zone kind of showing a bit of force here this time around. They're like, okay.
Yeah, they are getting it back. They are trying to get it back.
Yeah.
There are definitely a variety of tools that they can use to try and figure out, get some intel on where the defense might be, especially on the third floor. You definitely have the drones you can use, and what a fantastic kill there. Jaeger with the Tachanka, walking around with the Tachanka.
Jaeger's
and he's
after my own heart.
He's going to take out Twixu, and look at that. The top two players for Team Void are taken off with less than a minute remaining here in round number 2. It looks like Team Red Zone may get away with this, but I'm not going to speak too fast because Experience Boost is Experience Boost has been taken off. But another great kill. Absolute Wholesome is going to take out another player from Team Void. We have another trade as Jaeger goes down. So, you know, it's heating up. It's definitely heating up here.
Yeah, Chandesto extremely low, not going to be able to really raw peek too confidently around these corners. Going to have to take his time. And Nova Raven, I mean, really relegated to the back seat, 0-0-0. Oh my goodness!
3-1
going down, 3-1. Red Zone. Are we going to see the win? The W.
Look at this. Team Void is going to have to try and clutch up here. Missed shots there on the headshot, and Team Red Zone is going to take their first W in game number 2.
I need emotes in chat for Red Zone for taking this win, this round. This is a contest now.
Iana has got to hit those. Iana has got to hit those. That's a missed headshot. But you know what? Props though for the entire round. Props to Team Red Zone for finally really just kind of showing up here. They had a pretty dominant round there in round number 2. Very fun to see, making this exciting. And now we got a game. It's a 1-1 game right now. It doesn't look like it may be a runaway for Team Void this game, so we'll see what happens. But Team Red Zone is fighting back.
My high-level commentary is limited to, it was because Jaeger picked Tachanka. He rebooted his computer, and something, you know, the frame rate increased, the, you know, hertz on his monitor, souped up 144. He's seeing into the future.
Exactly. That's exactly it. That was the reason for the whole delay, right?
Right, exactly. So here we go.
Look at this. Jaeger is keeping with the Tachanka, so maybe he's just trying to keep the same kind of energy But you know what? I don't blame him because he did pretty well with the Tachanka last round. So not surprising to see he decided to go with it again. Now he's pinging that back wall. They got to try and put something on that reinforcement. They got mutes, and I think they're going to try and put some mute jammers around the bomb site. I don't know why that nitro is. I think it was probably an accident. They better pick that up. There you go.
He was thinking about it. See, I probably would have accidentally detonated it.
Well, I was gonna say, with all the team kills that have happened last game, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw an own kill. You know?
Oh yeah, we haven't seen that yet. Void was the 6th player on Red Zone's team in that first match. Some rounds, for sure.
So now we're on the first floor again. This was typically one of the 2 starting sites that you would see on a map like Cafe. But something really interesting to see is the approach now that Team Void is going to have to put in place to try and counter that push, that defensive push that Team Red Zone brought last round. So this is going to be pretty cool to see. We'll see what they decide to do here on this approach.
That mute, Moto's mute's really helping them kind of stay turtled. I mean, they're
for sure.
Oh wow, Nova Raven just cutting down Capcan.
Yeah, Capcan out. So, and obviously now that they know that Capcan is an operator on the defensive strategy, so they got to watch out for those moving forward. But that was an interesting take right there down at the end of the hallway. Maybe trying to get off some shots. It's Tachanka trying to slow down the push here of Team Void as he's shooting down the hallway, and then Klee69 is going to get on the board there with a kill. He's going to take out. Goyu right there, and the Goyu is an interesting take with the defense as well, and they forgot about the Frost. So now we have one of the players down, and Twixu is now out. So Twixu and Klee again, one of the 2 players, or 2 of the 5 players that have been taken out in 2 consecutive rounds from Team Void. If you're Team Void, you got to have those players up.
Oh my goodness, what a peek by Nova. Sad.
Up to the Tachanka now to try and clutch. Right now planting. Thatcher's going to get off that plant. So now we're down to 40 seconds here for Tachanka to try and clutch. He's got to kill. He's got to try and kill all 3. He'd be better off killing all 3, but it's just not going to happen. And Team Void with a resounding win right there, saying that, you know what, we're not going to take it lying down here. This was a big pushback by Team Void, and another message sent to Team Red Zone.
Yeah, to quote a Void fan here in the chat, that Avery, a round, in quotations, it was a round. So, you know, Red Zone's still in the contest right now. I don't think Void's going to back off either. If anything, I think that round take might have invigorated them a bit, because that was some hard entry. They shattered through the walls and they entered like a unit, and Red Zone really just didn't have a response.
Absolutely, and we got this. Kind of can also go back to the operator bans. So that they obviously lost that bomb site, but those bomb sites are key if you're attacking, to have something to take out anything on the walls, on the reinforcements, like the bandits and the mutes and the Kaids and everything. So it goes back to the operator ban, and the operator that was not banned in this game was Thatcher. And you can see Thatcher has been really useful for Team Void in their attacking strategies. And obviously they keep going hard breachers every round too, which is smart. You have Klee going Thermite, but you have Nova going Thatcher, and that helps tremendously in getting into the sites.
5 seconds to go.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if Red Zone, I mean, if anything, maybe they can get a roamer to peek out and try to take down Thatcher before his grenades come through.
For sure. And Jaeger can be really useful too if you can precisely position those Jaegers in areas where you wouldn't think they would be, but on the outside of the reinforcements, to be able to take out those Thatchers. That would also be really useful, but typically you're going to see Jaegers on the inside of the bomb sites, so I'd be pretty surprised if that were the case, but it's probably not going to be the case here, which is just going to make it that much easier for Team Void to try and figure out a way to get into the actual objectives.
It would be a really good adjustment. Oh my goodness, down from the ceiling, just pick
I don't know.
He's down.
I don't know if Valkyrie was really expecting that at all, but Valkyrie is not out, down but not out. And it looks like it's going to be revived by Capcan here, so that's big. So Valkyrie is not off the board, but again, almost a little bit of a slip up right there with the hatch. You got to watch out for the hatch.
If anything, just for Void's end, not securing that kill, but I think he
Right.
just went for the quick flick. It didn't expect him to go down. It wasn't going to overcommit.
For sure, and a quick run in there. Klee just running on in, but gonna try and get the what's the word? I'm blanking on the word right now, but
that
the
entry,
trade. They got
kill.
the trade, the entry kill.
Yeah.
They got the trade. So now we're in a 3v4 situation, and Team Red Zone is once again back on their heels here.
Yeah, unfortunately, Jaeger kind of reflexively reloaded. Oh my goodness, experience.
Yeah, missed flick right there. Missed flick. It's very close this game, even in it. Oh my goodness. Freezer kill right there, and we have another plant going down. Nova Raven with the diffuser, obviously putting the diffuser down. It has been planted, so now we're down to 40 seconds, and Absolute Wholesome is going to have to try and clutch with some low health here. This is going to be an extremely difficult clutch. Again, highly improbable, but not impossible here. Trying to get him through the wall, actually.
Diffuser's counting down. Absolute Wholesome really just needs to push up and make these trades, and he does. Good headshot.
That was a great headshot. That was a great headshot. Down at the end of the hallway, but it's getting down really close to the time here. Now it's a 1v1. Absolute has made it a 1v1, but I don't know about this. He's going to have to try and find the diffuser. It's just going to be too late. Not going to be able to get the diffuse down, and obviously you have Pancake Lily watching from Skylight. That is not going to happen. Skylight, oh my goodness.
Wow, down
Pancake
from
Lily
heaven.
was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm just going to hop on in here and get this kill and finish off this round.
Yeah, what a play. And what an excellent use of time. Void,
For sure.
I mean, Red Zone didn't take that lying down, but Void knew they played time, couldn't find the diffuser. Pancake really capitalized on that awesome angle they had from the Skylight. So
that was a great pushback by Absolute Wholesome. You know, I think if he had enough time, he maybe would have been able to try and clutch that, try and pick off Pancake Lily that was on Skylight, maybe just get a lucky headshot there. But unfortunately, yeah, the timing was just not on his side, and that's going to be another round for Team Void. And, you know, we've seen a pretty big pushback by Team Void ever since Team Red Zone took that first win. So I think maybe they're taking it personally. I'm not really sure.
I think so.
But
I mean, it's still a bit of a contest, though. Like, that wasn't exactly... They had to be very methodical about how they won that round there. Void didn't just sweep in.
I think it's kind of unfortunate, though, that Team Red Zone didn't benefit off the momentum of that round win. You know, they really could have been they should have been very proud with how they performed in that round, and they really could have used it to their benefit. They could have used the momentum moving forward. But I think Team Void just kind of took it too close to home, too close to the heart, and they decided to push back with everything they got, and they've taken the last 2 rounds ever since.
We'll see how they make their adjustments to try and get the upper hand again. It's probably going to be a surprise play or just a, I don't know, roll of the dice flick. You know, maybe when Void enters in, they'll get a good peek and a headshot, and they'll try to take down one of their fraggers. I mean, their Ash, Twixu, really seems to be like the target that they need to take out quickly before he starts taking down all the operators on the other team.
Absolutely, and you can start checking out actually some of the operators on each team. We can see that now Team Red Zone has decided to opt with a Caveira, which is going to be really interesting to see how they use Caveira exactly. Caveira can be extremely useful for intel if you can get her in the right position, in the right scenario, and you can see she's already kind of trying to chill in one of the spots here on the second floor, maybe try and catch some of the attackers of Team Void pushing on in, and they're pushing as a team. They're pushing very methodically, as you had mentioned about the methodical approaches to this, and you can see Twixu, part of that methodical approach, taking out Absolute Homeless, who has once again gone Capcan. And then another kill by Twixu. Twixu just dominating here and took out the Caveira, so Caveira is now off the board. And it looks like Team Void is really making a strong push here in round 5.
Through that vent.
You gotta watch out for the drone holes. You gotta watch out for the drone holes. Pushing on in here too. Klee 69 trying to see if he can take anybody out from the top of the steps. Now, you know, Smoke has got to be really careful here, because now that wall is open, he can be exposed pretty well there through, and you can see Ella kind of hugging the reinforcement here, but the intel was just given too much, and now it looks like Team Red Zone is in another clutch situation. They get a kill here. It's a 1v4 situation. Just kind of spray and pray at this point, just spraying through the smoke, and it's just not enough.
What an insane pincer movement there. I saw them collapse in on that room where he was hugging in the corner, and that both of them at the same time made him look right, and then the other entered as soon as he did. I mean, that was excellent team play by Void. I have to give him that.
Extremely methodical approach there for Team Void, and a very interesting approach too, how they decided to open up the wall to the dining area right there. I think a lot of teams usually will try and go to the hatch that's above the train museum, and while that it can be a good approach for especially taking out people in that objective and trying to clear that out, you don't usually see a lot of people go from the top of the steps there into the wall of the dining area. So I think that was a great idea with that push, and I think that definitely attributed to Team Void's success in that round.
Definitely, and I'm seeing some new faces here, adjustments. We got a Mozzie, Red Zone side.
Yeah.
What is the benefit there for him taking that operator of the others?
Well, Mozzie is really going to try and take out some of the intel of the attackers. Mozzie has the ability to hack the drones of the attackers if they come into the proximity of his ability, and that can be really useful too by just being able to take away the drones from the attacking team. And actually, Mozzie can use them to his benefit as well. He can essentially just steal the drone and use it for his benefit, and the attackers do not have access to it anymore. So Mozzie,
10 seconds left.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I think that's a smart adjustment for them because I mean, Void's dominance these past 2 rounds really does seem to be intel based instead of just raw gunplay. I mean, Twixu's getting some insane shots. I'm not going to take that away from him, but they also, I mean, with the pings, knowing exactly where they are behind the walls, shooting in through the drone holes. I mean, I think it's a good adjustment, and I'm glad to see that they're making those changes as they go.
And you can. Yeah, and just in the same as you can see how Team Red Zone is trying to make those changes, trying to adjust for Team Void's attack. Team Void is keeping their lineup and their approach really simple and pretty much the same throughout every round. This is once again the same lineup of operators that they're going with, and it's kind of like if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. And you have Twixu going in with the Ash getting those early kills, but then you also have the Thermite and the Thatcher working really well together. But you know, Team Red Zone trying to change up their defensive strategy to try and accommodate for this elite roster that they have set up of operators is something that they're really struggling with, and I think that's also what's ultimately resulting in their loss each round. Is that they haven't found a rhythm yet with the operators that they want to go with. They have people consistently changing to different operators, and usually what tends to happen is we can see some of the gunfights starting to happen again, and Jaeger with the quick kill, barely any health left. I think that may be 1 health. I'm not really sure, but Jaeger with the kill, and you can see now Mozzie actually on the board too. Mozzie taking out one of the other attackers from Team Void. Now we're in a 5v3 situation. A pretty good pushback here by Team Red Zone, but don't count them out. Team Void trying to make the push, trying to figure out what they can do here. Now they're kind of pushing with each other, which is a pretty good approach. Now actually you can see 2 of them actually running around to the other side. So this is a pretty interesting approach to see by Team Void, kind of splitting up their 3-man group.
Yeah, Red Zone expecting it too. They weren't just leaving that end open. I did see somebody hugging the wall in the room that was opposite the stairwell. So they definitely heard them coming at least, so they'll be able to adjust. Yeah, like you said, Jaeger, no health, smoke. Great play by using his equipment to get across the gulch there in the open. Oh, a little bit of a gunfight, and Klee takes down experience boost. What a shot.
That is key, and again, this is the Thatcher and Thermite. I don't know what's happening here, but Nova Raven going to be taken out at the top of the steps. They should probably know that somebody is watching that opening, but it's okay. Klee is going to avenge his teammate there, and Mozzie is now off the board, but you can see how dangerous this Thatcher-Thermite duo can be with opening up these walls and opening up these sites.
Wow, what a spray! Unbelievable.
Spray and pray right there. Pancake Lily now taken off, and so it comes down to Klee, who's low health, able to get a kill, and it's just not going to be enough, and Team Red Zone is going to get another victory.
Absolute wholesome, kind of like, yeah, awesome shot, man, but no, we're going to the next one. This is our W.
Exactly.
Red Zone. There we go. We got
They're making this a game.
Contest. Yeah.
They are making this a game. How about this?
I'm loving it. I'm loving to see this. You know, I actually really like the trade. Mighty Moto just had a beat, like a soul read on Nova coming up that stairwell. We panned over to Mighty Moto looking down that stairwell, and honestly, like, has to be like a savant or some kind of had foresight there and knew that he was coming up and immediately shot him in the head as soon as he peeked over. Incredible.
Yeah, great plays, great gunplay, something we haven't really seen a lot of from Team Red Zone, but great gunplays that last round. But again, you can just see how lethal this Thatcher Thermite duo can be, and you can see Team Red Zone now attacking, and Team Void is now defending. We've swapped sides, but you can see Team Red Zone deciding to go with the same duo. Very effective duo, and great for opening up these lines of sights and opening up the objectives to make it easier to get into. So something that's going to be really interesting to watch here is the attacking and defensive strategies now that the teams have swapped, and now we're on a new map here. So this is new ground for these teams, for both of these teams, new map and new strategies that are going to have to be put in place here. In Team Void really trying to put this game away as well. So this is, I would say, Team Void's specialty here is defending. So
yeah,
how is
we've seen the most of for sure? Like their tenure in the gameplay throughout these matches so far has been defending, and they were a force to be reckoned with. I mean, it was
rock
just
solid last game.
Yeah, no give at all for Red Zone to kind of get like leverage inside the building on site. I don't even know if they touched the site minus the rounds where it was kind of just massive trades around corners. Oh my goodness, Twix!
I mean, that was a spawn peek right there. And Twix sending a message early in this round. You got to stay on your toes here, and that is Thermite that was taken off the board. That is a huge blow to the attacking team of Red Zone. Now they're without that hard breacher, so Thatcher is essentially without his buddy, and it's going to be really hard to actually get anything going on the top floor here and trying to get in any of the reinforcements. And Callie and Thatcher really have similar abilities in taking out the things that may be on the reinforcements, but it's kind of useless a little bit at this point as far as reinforcements are concerned, because now there's no hard breacher to be able to infiltrate the objective now.
Attackers drop.
Yeah, and I mean, oh wow, Thatcher going down. Not necessarily out of the fight yet, but does need to be resurrected.
Was able to get a kill. Took out Legion right there.
Okay, and Chandesu finishes off Moto. They're down Thatcher now too, so really just both their entry, which is unfortunate.
It's going to be extremely difficult now to try and get through any kind of defensive strategies that Team Void has put in place. Again, that spawn peek at the beginning of the round can be extremely dangerous. It's kind of like a high risk, high reward kind of thing, but it paid off really well for Team Void. And now we're getting into a really quick gunfight here as they're trying to figure out. Each person may be trying to juke each other out, trying to figure out what's going on.
Oh, and Twix,
another person we take now.
Oh my goodness!
From behind, and that is going to be another round win.
Just a strong double kill there, and instantaneous closeout. That's the thing about Void. They just move as like a single organism.
They make it look easy. They make it look super easy.
Their collapsing game that they have to be able to just kind of sink in as soon as Red Zone finds themselves kind of trapped in some kind of choke point, Void's like, all right, time to snap, time to go in and finish this off. It's really a wrap from there. Red Zone really needs to ride the momentum if they're going to take these rounds from Void.
Something to think about here now, though, is if you are Team Red Zone after what had happened last game, losing your Thermite super early to a spawn kill, you really got to watch out for those spawn peaks. Now, I don't know how likely that it would happen again, especially even from the same place. I don't know if Team Void would decide to do that, but something to keep in mind if you're Team Red Zone, stay on your toes and really make sure that you are in cover wherever you're trying to go, or you're paying attention to any of the potential spawn peaks that could be happening, because you don't want your players, especially your Thermites and your Thatchers, to go out really early in the rounds, especially to a spawn kill. It should basically be unacceptable.
Right, I mean, spawn peek me once, shame on you. Spawn peek me twice, shame on me. I think hopefully it only happens one time. I mean, that's really the benefit. They get one. Each team does.
We'll see. And it doesn't look like really any of the defenders right now are taking any kind of sights upstairs. It doesn't really look like they're taking that approach at the moment as the round just started, but that may change. They're going to move throughout the map and see if any roamers can take out any attackers here early in the round. But again, people all spawning together, that can be really useful for trying to prevent spawn peaks. You can see they're being very methodical now in their approach, watching all the windows and everything. Exactly.
Play adjustment going on. They definitely don't want to just get headshot right as they turn a corner in the beginning, and that's
for
good
sure
that they're adjusting like that.
Absolutely. And you can see again we have the Thatcher and the Thermite, the Kali, we have a Sledge and a YINX, so that's going to be interesting in the approach to pushing into the objective. So maybe Ying will throw out a Ying to try and blind some defenders running on in. So we'll see what happens, but you can see Thatcher using that ability very quickly here as we're coming up on 2 minutes to go here in round 8. And they're going to try and open up really quickly, but that is going to be a big blow as Thatcher goes out, as Twixu is going to get the kill there.
Twixu seems to just be laser guided bullets on any of their entry. Thatcher the last round, Thatcher this round, Thermite the last round. Hopefully Thermite can avoid a Twixu swing as we progress here into the
absolutely. And Thermite can be really useful here for at least getting the hatch. You can see there are a number of attackers up here, and it looks like they're trying to make a quick push. The defenders are trying to make a little bit of a quick push. One of the defenders trying to make his way up there. It may have been Shandezu, Thunderbird trying to get up on the attackers. But you can see they're really trying to go from the ceiling here. Sledge is trying to blow out the top, maybe get some kills off, peeking through. And we're starting to run into a little bit of gunfights here as now they're running into each other, and one dropping from Hatch, and that's not going to be enough as Thermite is now off the board. Pancake Lily going to get the kill on Jaeger, and then a quick Nitro Cell used, but it's not going to be enough. It's not going to take anybody out. We're starting to really get into the gunfights, get into nitty-gritties here from up top, and Twixu is going to take out Kali. Kali's now off the boards, and there's going to be another one, and actually Ying is going to get that one back. Ying is going to take out one of the roamers, and a grenade's going to be dropped into the objective. Twixu going to take out another person.
And that's a 3K.
Twixu is on fire. He has 15 kills this match. I repeat,
Unreal.
15 kills.
Oh, Twixu's down though, maybe for his hubris.
Oh, what a great play.
Hold on,
what a great play. Baited him.
Team. He's there, he's on the stairs, he's there. And he was.
What a bait. What a bait. I think I definitely, because Sledge is so focused on trying to get that kill, and especially in a 5-2 game, and so at that point Sledge is just trying to get the kills, just trying to help out the KD, but it's a great use for bait using your down teammate. It worked out really well.
It did. And man, Void establishing themselves as a preeminent threat. I mean, I cannot believe that, they have obviously a very strong understanding of these boards, and I can tell just the team communication between them, instantaneous. I mean, either these,
for sure, very fluid.
This squad itself has been playing a lot leading up to this match, or just has been playing together for an extended period of time.
Well, we saw going into this game that they were practicing very early. They really wanted to win these games. They wanted to make a statement here in the league, and they wanted to make a statement to the other teams that, hey, we're here to play, and we're going to take this all really seriously. And they have definitely been doing that. And I would say by far the top player this game. Last game it was Klee, but I would say Twixu has been the most dominant player for Team Void. 15 kills. That's not usually something you would see in a very competitive match of Rainbow Six Siege. So something very, very impressive with Twixu. And again, we are at match point. Team Void, if they can win this, they win game 2, and they will sweep the series against Team Red Zone here in the Rainbow Six Siege series. And again, at this point, it's like, if you're Team Red Zone, you're just really trying to figure out how you can stay on, how you can hang on and be motivated at this point. But they may be down, but they're not out,
Not
oh my
yet,
goodness.
but Twixu with an insane spawn peak. My goodness.
That is, wow. Okay.
For a second there, with the second red zone player going down, I thought Twixu had shot somebody through the wall, and I was going to lose my mind.
I know. I thought about that for a quick second too.
My goodness.
Well, wow. Okay. Team Void just wants to be done. I think they're tired. They want to go to bed.
Yeah, something like that. It is late, but hey, red zone. Make them stay up. Don't let them take this easily. You know, you
Absolutely.
don't just hand this to
3v5.
them.
It's totally still possible to win this. A 3v5, you get some quick kills, you even it out a little bit, and then you get a little bit more methodical in your approach to trying to figure out how to play the sites and really maybe try and get a defuse down, which would be huge because then that puts the defending team on their heels real fast.
Yeah, and they didn't necessarily lose all their entry yet.
Exactly.
I believe. Then they have the Lion. We got a little bit of a gunfight going on in the stairwell here.
Twix2 is holding down those steps, and you can see that they really haven't. Oh, a nitro cell coming
nitro
in!
cell.
Oh,
Oh my
goodness! That was so close.
It was
to
so
being
hard
a
to
kill.
talk there. I saw that
Oh,
thing flying
my
through the sky, just a death package.
Well, yeah.
Stress
Imagine,
shipping.
imagine how the player felt. Saw that thing come through the window coming at you. That was pretty fun to see. But you can see the attackers are having a real hard time just even getting into the actual building. It's been a complete dominant play here by Team Void this round, and and you can actually defuse with the shield. So that was an interesting take too, and that
Oh my goodness.
not going to be enough.
Instant headshot.
There it is.
Quixu taking down Moto.
It is now a
Last player,
1v5. Lion is very unsure kind of what to do at this point. Maybe he's going to try and get some kills. Is he going to get Klee running out? But now the intel, his position has been given away at this point. So now he's really got to watch out from all these angles. That's not going to be enough. And Twixu with another kill. And that is going to do it. Team Void takes the series sweep over Team Red Zone. This final is 7-2. It's no 7-0. So great job to Team Red Zone getting on the board and really putting up more of a fight this game. But Twixu, an absolute dominant game, and all around Team Void, an absolute dominant game as well.
Yeah, thank you, Red Zone. Congratulations, Void, for the win, putting your stamp on history here.
Absolutely, very historic.
As we roll on through the first match of this series' debut of our league.
Very historic. Very fun. Very fun. That was super fun to call. And again, that's all about having fun too. And that's exactly what we just did this stream. And again, thank you to Team Red Zone and Team Void for being a part of history. This was so much fun. And even though the games may have not lived up to the expectations of some of the players on Team Red Zone, we really appreciated their participation. But Team Void, absolute dominant. It's going to be a lot of fun to see them play in future games, and as well with Team Red Zone, because I think they have a lot to learn. But there was some potential here. There was a lot of potential, and very exciting to see these teams in action today.
Oh, I mean, even with a strong shout out to Red Zone, I mean, with Javier, one of their representatives, they came into this wanting to have a good time. I mean, as long as they had a good time, I think that met their expectations, and that's what this is all about. Competition first, but in the spirit of just enjoying the games we like to play, and that we want to show everybody we're good at. So.
Absolutely, I would totally agree. Rainbow Six Siege, personally for me, is one of my favorite games of all time. Probably the game that I've played the most actually out of any video game, and it really is a very well put together game, and it's really cool to see the community expand and the inclusivity of the community as well. Like I said, that's what it's all about. It's about having fun and the inclusion and involving everybody and just having a good time. And we definitely had that tonight.
Exactly. And, just to read one of these copy pasta because they're just cracking me up for Twixu, very much the MVP of the, if not the match there, of just Team Void in general. If Trixu has 1 million fans, I am one of them. If Trixu has 10 fans, I am one of them. If Trixu has no fans, that means I am no longer on the earth. If the world is against Trixu, I am against the world. I love Trixu till my last breath. That is amazing.
I would say that is very well said, my friend. Absolutely. We're going to take one more final break here. We'll be back with some interviews with some players from both of these teams. Definitely stick around. Stay tuned. We're going to talk to some of these players, get their opinions on how they played, how their teams played, and some plans that they have for the future going forward, and later games that are going to be happening as well. So again, we're going to take one final quick break. Stay tuned. We'll be back with some interviews very soon. All right, everybody, we are back again. We just finished up game 2, and what a match we had here. We had Team Void taking the win here, the series sweep against Team Red Zone, 2-0. Fantastic games all around. But really, now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty here of the interviews. We really want to get a take of what has been going on in the last couple of games, the communication, the personal objectives and goals here that people have been setting each round, each game. And we want to bring in some players here. We want to get it started. Kvechi, who do you want to start with?
Let's bring in some of the Red Zone folks first to speak to us. Just give us some thoughts about their competition there with Void, and see what they have to say.
For sure, absolutely. Bring in whoever you want, and we'll go ahead and get started with that.
Hello.
Hello.
Waiting on Jaeger here.
All right.
Pull him into.
I didn't know I had to accept that. That's my bad.
Oh yeah,
I've never been in this before. My butt hurts.
oh yeah. Okay. Hey, that's a good lead off. Awesome. All right. Hey. All right. So we got some kind of a basic round of questions here for you. I mean, Void definitely came out into this, playing for money. Not that they're playing for money, but there was a clear, they wanted to show you some competition and they made you compete. What, if you can just run me through what player really surprised you? Is there any moment between those games where someone made a play that just kind of stunned you and left you guys scrambling, or, you had to make an adjustment?
I want to say 90% of the time I was yelling at Twigs.
Yeah, that's about right. Honestly, that and yelling about. Honestly, the most impressive part to me wasn't even the gameplay itself. It was just the amount of somebody 360'd my drone, and I just had to fucking take my hands off the keyboard for a second.
just spun flicked on your drone.
Somebody straight up 360'd my drone, and I was just like, "All right."
Unreal. Just heard it kind of pop off the ground, and then you were no longer controlling that thing. Unbelievable. I mean, was there any moments where you guys really were able to, just in your mind, that stand out? You're able to kind of collect yourselves and pull out those victories between the rounds. Was there a certain play that really ticked you guys off into going yes, let's do this, let's push, we got this win?
It's a good question. I gotta think about that one because we only got 3 rounds, I think.
Yeah, it was 3 rounds.
there wasn't many chances for that to happen.
We only really got the chance to if they were lacking, honestly. We got lucky in punishing them for small things, peeking a little bit too far. But most of the time they're pixel perfect precision on us, so we don't really, I feel have that.
They definitely, you could tell they had a lot more map knowledge than we did.
Yeah, I mean, we could see that, they definitely had board knowledge. Yeah, and I mean the peaks that they were taking too. I mean, they ran onto you guys with complete confidence. But I mean, were there moments where you tried to adjust with your operator picks depending upon what they were running in on you with?
Or was it operator picks more just strategy,
pulling out the bandit here and there.
Yeah. They're the big thing that I think was just our strategy on the last defense round on Via, where we just decided to group up and just go behind the Monty and try to see what happens. It didn't work out in the end, but I feel like that was a better defense round than the other ones.
A better adjustment.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we saw that too. You guys trying to kind of like pile up on Monty up the stairwell and out into the open onto site. They kind of stopped you up with the smoke, but it was still a very exciting match. We just want to thank you guys for participating and kind of putting your best foot forward and competing as strongly as you could. Zammer, do you have any questions for the fellas from Red Zone?
Yeah, dude. I have one. I'll keep it kind of quick, and I'm going to try and keep it optimistic for you guys too. So obviously, we saw that very competitive games here, and we could see that Team Void really kind of took it, and they kind of took it and ran with it. So yeah, I want to see kind of delve into the psyche here. So what do you guys think you can learn and take away from these games against Void, so you guys could better prepare for future games where you guys can really start taking it to other teams?
The main thing, honestly, is we just need to practice more. We honestly didn't play as a whole team together a whole lot. Like with Moto, he was substituted in kind of last minute. So we had no idea what our teamwork with him was going to be like and that kind of thing. So we had to kind of build off of that as we were playing.
Yeah, sure. I mean, still though, a strong audible, and for what it was, and for as NSYNC as Void was, you guys still made them work for it. And that's the best you can do. We really enjoyed watching you guys play Jaeger.
Absolutely.
You stole my heart with the Tachanka pick, winning those rounds in the second match. I was very thrilled to see that. But I just want to
keep down the king, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to thank you guys for competing. And
thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course.
For sure. Yeah, you guys have a lot of potential. There's a lot of excitement here, a lot of things to be proud about, a lot of things to learn from. So we are definitely looking forward to seeing you guys in future matches here.
I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks for having us.
Hopefully we're better next time.
We'll be looking forward to it.
All right, I'm going to move you guys out, and we'll pull up the Void competitors.
Very nice guys. Very nice.
Yeah. Just complete class acts. Okay,
for sure.
Love to see it.
Red Zone, like I said, Red Zone has a lot to be proud about, and it starts with their members. It starts with their community members, and that's perfect right there. Absolutely great to see from them.
All right, we got Twix and Klee from Team Void.
Gentlemen, my goodness, guys!
Unreal dominance, and what an experience it was to just kind of watch that unfold before my eyes. I felt like I learned everything there through a fire hose, and it was really just not up to me whether or not I was going to get to witness some high-tier Rainbow Six Siege gameplay. Just got some quick questions for you. In those two games, really a leading question. How much did you guys prepare for this?
We had quite a bit of practices beforehand. I know earlier today, about 5-ish, I got on. A couple people were already on, and we just kept playing and playing. We were doing a bunch of LHYNX and stuff.
Right.
We did some matches. Showed. We ran some strats. We practiced our maps. We did we executed our strats well. First game was mainly trying to feel them out, trying to see what they do, like how aggressive they are. If they all stack together, if they roam. That first game was...
Yeah, it was a complete blowout. Like you really steamrolled them and showed them that you had prepared. That the evidence is in how strong you guys performed against Red Zone. It was a wonderful watch. At any time when you guys were playing, were you surprised by certain players? Some moments where they kind of got one out on you.
The TKs were a little bit surprising.
Oh, yeah. We were surprised by our own players.
I did it too a couple times. My mistake. But when they all stacked in that one room, that was something. That was something.
I guess it is an open-ended question. It's like surprised and mixed way. Yeah, I mean, we saw some strats where they really were just kind of digging to find something that could work, and I mean that's when you're down and out like that, you kind of have to find an avenue to find success. And with you guys, I mean, there really just weren't a lot of opportunities, probably because of your preparation, to find an in, especially on defense. I mean, it was like you guys just threw up an iron wall, and there was no getting around it or over it, and definitely not through it. Are there any moments there when you had to adjust for the players on the other team, like where they had made an adjustment and you could see, like, hey, if we don't respond to that, we're probably going to start seeing a momentum swing? Or was it kind of just like, hey, let's keep going? Because we saw that you really just stuck with the same roster.
Yeah. In game 2, after I think the second round we lost, we definitely realized they're playing fairly aggressively on defense on Cafe. So we had to kind of push more carefully. Yeah.
Napkins everywhere. I had to worry about those. I think that one match when they played mining and reading, or I think it was mining and dining.
Yeah.
We really couldn't get the plan down because they had
I kind of threw that one.
Smoke. They had a smoke. They had a cap can. They just kept smoking off the diffuser and the hard breach. We just couldn't move there. And that's the round we lost.
Yeah, they kind of locked you up, and there wasn't really much of a response. Hey, Zammer, I mean, do you have any questions here for the Void contestants that you'd like to get an answer?
Yeah, again, just going to keep it really simple, really quick, too. You know, we saw that there was a little bit of a pushback from Team Red Zone, especially in the second match, because you guys completely dominated in the first match. But in the second match, we saw a little bit of a different approach here by Red Zone. So again, delving into kind of the psyche of everything, my question to you guys is, how do you take those round losses, and how do you turn it around into something that you can learn from, that you can motivate really quickly? You can motivate yourselves with it to really get back into the swing of things immediately the next round. Like, does it upset you? Like, do you guys get frustrated and upset, or do you guys just stay calm?
We stay composed. We got our heads up high. We're ready for the next round. We're ready to dominate again. We know we made a mistake, so we try not to make it. We learn from our mistakes, and it usually worked out. Yeah, no, absolutely. I would say that that's definitely a different approach that me personally, I take. I usually get really upset, but maybe I need to learn from you guys and stay calm and composed, and just like I said, cool heads will prevail. So that was my question. I just wanted to again keep it optimistic, and again, congratulations to you guys. 2-0 victory, complete domination. It's going to be really fun to watch you guys in later matches because you guys are fully prepared for every round, and you guys practice a lot, and practice makes perfect. So thank you guys again for being on here, and tremendous job, tremendous work. Oh, for sure.
This was great.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
we
awesome.
Definitely. Go ahead.
Awesome that you guys too at the genesis of this have established yourself as the team to beat, and that's cool. Like going into these next matches in the future here throughout the debut season. So, all right, well, thank you guys again. We're gonna move you back down into the audience and close this out.
We're gonna close this out, man. This was one hell of a match. This was super fun to watch. This was again all about the community and just getting people excited for what we have going on here. But that was a lot of fun, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's so good to be back and commentating and shoutcasting. I mean, we get nervous heading into a production like this, and as you can see, I mean, Mahidrian, again, I have to shout out, just put like a metric ton of effort into creating the graphics, the transitions, the material for social media, promotions, the production, the communications. So just, huge thanks to him. And I mean, Zammer, we've never shoutcasted before, man.
No, never.
Huge props, and it was a great experience commentating with you, and I'm excited to head into the rest of this season in the coming weeks and see what we can make happen with these games.
Absolutely. Absolutely, and I had a little bit more of the knowledge here with this game, but we're going to be doing some other games where you're going to know more than me. So you're going to be the main guy. I'm going to be the color guy, and you'll get some time to talk way more than I did during
Yes.
tonight. But no, everything went really well, really smoothly. Again, Mahedrian putting everything together. Huge props to him. He really is the backbone of all of this. With everything that you had mentioned. So, in a massive amount of props to him, and a great job by you, Kvechi, with all of the color co-casting, everything. It really went very fluidly, very well, very smoothly. It was very nice. So we're gonna take one more final quick break, real quick, and then we're gonna get back to it, and we're gonna finally put a closing on this momentous occasion, this historic night. Again, everybody stay tuned real quick. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, and we are back. We are going to put a closing here on tonight. It has been one hell of a night. It has been so much fun. We've had all kinds of action, lots of entertainment, lots of excitement, but we are going to go ahead and put a closing on this night. But it's okay. We will be back. You can take a look at our calendar here on our live stream. We have lots of action coming up. Definitely stay tuned for that, and be sure to tune in here on our Twitch channel. We have a lot of exciting things going on in the coming weeks here, especially in July in Season 0. Again, all about the Discord here, all about the Discord servers. If you want to be a part of the Discord server, definitely look for all of the links that we have the teams. If you have any teams or any community members that are interested in being a part of the server, definitely message Mahedrian. Again, he is the backbone of all of this. He is the life and soul and blood of this league going on. So definitely talk with him, and he will get you in the right place, and we'll get you up and running here, so you can be featured here on our streams and just be a part of the community and be a part of all the inclusion that we have going on here in our league. Again, with the Discord, especially in the Twitch chat, you can type !Discord in the Twitch chat to join the LHYNX Division server. We also have links on our social media channels, on our Instagram and our Twitter. You can follow those links, and it'll take you right to our Discord server, and you can be a part of all the action and all the activity that we have going on here in LHYNX Division. So real quick, again, with the social media channels, be sure to follow us on social media. We have a lot going on. We try to keep everybody as updated as possible, but we try and keep it fun too on the social media. So definitely follow our social media for updates and just to kind of see what's going on. But again, definitely be a part of that Discord server if you want to stay tuned and stay updated with everything that's going on with LHYNX Division Gaming League. Again, thank you guys so much for being a part of this historic night. Game 1 of the Rainbow Six Siege series here. Games number 1 and 2 both go to Team Void over Team Red Zone. It was a hell of a match. Hell of both matches. It was really fun, very fun to watch. And again, thank you to everybody who has made this possible. We're going to be back with a lot more content, but I'm going to let Kvechi say some final words, and then we're going to go ahead and put a bow on this thing.
Thank you, Zammer. Yes, I mean, this was a great night. You know, we have our upcoming match that's going to be Void at Misfits for Overwatch, another game that we're featuring in the Gaming League Season 0. That'll be July 5th, 8 p.m. CST. That is 9 p.m. EST, and you'll just have to do the time conversions for there, wherever you are in the world. This is a international community. But 8 p.m. CST, July 5th, that'll be Overwatch Game 1, Team Void versus Team Misfits. And for the Rainbow Six follow-up with our contender, we will again have a rematch. So we'll have some preparation on the 6th of July at 9:30 p.m. CST, Void at Red Zone for Rainbow Six Siege. So we will see a follow up to this. Maybe Red Zone can kind of put together some practice runs and get a strategy to kind of deal with the void threat. And the void consumes all if you don't do something to deal with it. And we saw that.
Yes, we definitely did see that today. And again, as we learned from this, practice makes perfect. So I think we could definitely see a completely different matchup later on in the future if both these teams continue to get better, which very likely will happen. Again, we're just going to make one more final announcement. If you are a community leader or a community member and you are interested in being a part of the LHYNX Division Gaming League, message Mahedrian. He will definitely get you started and get you in the places that you need to be for next season. Season 1, this is season 0, kind of a little bit of a test season, but we're going to get everything perfected for season 1, and we'll get things going, and it's going to be a lot of excitement, a lot of things to enjoy. So thank you all again for being a part of everything that we had going on here tonight. We have a lot more content coming up in the future. It's going to be super fun. It's going to be super awesome. Stay tuned, everybody, and stay involved. Be active. We're going to be back with you with some more action. Going to be on Monday. Upcoming matches on Monday. Again, check out the calendar, check out the Discord, check out the social media, everything. It's all there for you. Be involved. Thank you guys again so much for being a part of this, and we'll see you guys all on Monday. Peace.
See you next time.